Hello guys, this is June, your instructor for economic statistics. I'm gonna give you guys some solution for exercise 1 we discussed before. The homework was due the Monday, most of you guys submitted. And I hope you guys didn't have any problem of this because nobody has asked me any question. But let me go over a couple of questions. So we have three cases for when you go grocery store and try to buy something. There are three cases you can use to buy something using cash or credit card or debit card. So I mean, intuitively, these are something real life example you can think of. If we collect some data from survey, or the store, data sets, we can actually analyze something like that. As discussed below, before, the data format is not number of row would represent each transaction because those are the data sets we are talking about. And these are actually potential columns we might be having, So overly, based on these kinds of example, you can think through what kinds of potential questions or probabilities or you can think of. So this time I gave you this one, but later you might want to try to create this on your own, but I will give you more instructions. So first question is, what is the number of possible outcomes? How many possible outcomes do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's it. I mean, it's quite easy. And sample size, so it's a 5 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8 plus 21 plus 11 plus 7 plus 20 plus 13. So each of these numbers represent one sample size. As I discussed earlier, each row, when you are opening the data in Excel file or R program, what you're gonna say is each data is one row, but we are making those data in two-sided tables so that we can visualize it more clearly or more easily, say, and find some probability. So sample size is just adding these numbers. So each of them is actually like a frequency, and what is the probability of a purchases paid by a debit card? So that is, so how many sample do we have? 100, right? And how many debit card someone purchased? That is 6 plus 11 plus 13, so total of 30. So 30 over 100, 30% would be your answer. So it's quite easy. So similarly, you can find the probability of purchases paid by credit card by 9 plus 21 plus 20, which is 50 divided by total of 100, so 50%. So what is the probability of this? Buying cash is 5 plus 8 plus 7, which is 20. So 20 over 100 is 20%. Those are how you get that. So find the probability that a purchase is made by credit card and more than 100. So made by credit card and means what? Intersection, right? And more than 100. So this is actually probability of credit card intersection more than 100. So it should be happening at the same time. So this is joint probability. How many observation do we have? Is 20, right? How many, total sample size do we have? Is 100. So 20 over 100 is 20%. I mean, in first class slide, we talk about how to convert this frequency distribution to the probability, right? So when you convert, it's going to be 5%, 9%, 6%, etc. So make sure you guys try that. I mean, since the sample size is 100, so it's going to be just 5% and 9%, etc. But if sample size is 120, something like that, it would be different. So this is how you do that. If you don't understand this one, just make sure you are taking a look at that again, right? So I'm looking for probability of purchases made by a credit card or debit card. That is like a union concept. It doesn't happen at the same time, right? So made by credit card or debit card. So how many observations did we have for credit card? That was 50. how many observations do we have for debit card is 30. So 50 plus 30 is 80. And what is total sample size is 100. So 80 divided by 100 is 80%. So very easy. So a gift is given to all purchases by cash. So all gifts are given those who are paying with cash. And another gift is given to all purchases more than 20. So more than 20. So we are looking for what? So I'm going to highlight. It's going to be 5, 8, 7. So because all the purchases made by cash plus what was that? More than 20. So is more than 20 is what? So 8, because it's already included. So due to overlap, I don't include it. So 21, 11, 20, and 13. So those are the more than 20 and cash. I mean, is it and? No, it's gonna be, no, it's or. It doesn't have to be happening at the same time. If this is actually a very good point, because if it's and, then it should be cash and somebody need to pay more than 20 bucks at the same time. So answer would be 8 plus 7 over 100, 15%. But this one, actually this one was, okay. Okay, and then the another, this one is either paying by cash or paying with a credit card or debit card. So you just add this number. 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 21 plus 20 plus 11 plus 13 is 85. So probability that you are getting a gift is what? 85 over 100, 85%. But the question asks, you are not eligible for any gift. That means since we are getting probability that you are eligible, so not eligible is 1 minus 85%, which is 15%. So that's why you are getting this. So for each pair of events, check if they are mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive means that they are not, I mean, there is no intersection. So joint probability equals 0. So I mean, it cannot happen at the same time. So mathematically, you can write this as probability of something event A. Let's say this is A, and intersection B equal what? Equal 0. So this is actually meaning of mutually exclusive. So less than 20 and not paid by cash. So so less than 20 and not paid by cash. That is what? Number 9 and 6, right? So 9 and 6. So it actually happens. So there exists some common intersection points. It's not equal 0 for first part, because the 9 and 6 are somebody is paying less than 20 and not paid by cash. That is 9 and 6. So since they had a common intersection which is not equal 0, so they are not mutually exclusive. And not paid by a credit card and not paid by cash. So not paid by credit card, let me just exclude everything so that you guys can see here. Okay. Not paid by a credit card, so not paid by a credit card, so I'm just excluding that. And then and it happens at the same time not paid by cash. So if you are not getting paid, not paid something using cash or credit card, then only answer you are getting is debit card. So there exists some probability. So that was not the answer clearly. The third one is more than 100 by cash and more than 100 by credit. So more than 100 by cash is 7 and more than 100 by credit. So why do you think it's not working? Because of this and. If the answer, the question was or is like a union, so you can add a 7 plus 20, so 27 over 100, 27% would be an answer. But I'm asking you and. It should be happen at the same time. So that means there is no intersection. It's not possible that you can pay more than 100 with cash at the same time credit card, because you cannot it cannot happen at the same time. That's why this is mutually exclusive, because the intersection would be 0. But if this is or, then this is not mutually exclusive. Make sure you guys understand. If you are still confusing this, make sure you guys listen to my lecture again. I mean, I explained in detail. So please make sure you listen that. So, okay, thank you guys. Talk to you later.